Hello guys, welcome to Crochet. The hook is my magic wand. Today I'm going to be taking you through how to make this very simple ear warmer. Although the pattern, the stitch pattern is a little bit advanced or intermediate, but any adventurous beginner would jump onto this project. So I love how my ear pattern looks like. It looks like someone just has this head wrap that is braided all over the head, and that's what this cable stitch actually gives us. So to take you through, I'm going to be having these materials: a 4.5mm hook, size 3 yarn or 4, scissors, and a yarn needle. Now I'm going to get my hook and yarn, make a knot. I'll insert my hook into this loop and I'm going to chain 21. So those are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so the 21 is more like to save one stitch to start our row. Into the second chain stitch from the hook, we work a single crochet, and then we work one single crochet in the next stitch. We are going to do the very same thing for the next 2 stitches, so we have a total of 4 single crochets. All right, as you can see, I have 4 single crochets. And now I'm going to start working 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and I am going to do the very same thing for the next stitches. Basically, because I have front posts and back post double crochets, basically I have like front posts and then normal double crochets. So I cannot start right away having a front post without having a base of just double crochets. So I'm going to be working 1 double crochet into every stitch until I have 4 stitches left at the end of my row. Okay, so work your double crochets until you have 4 stitches left to end your row. Then I'm going to get back and show you what to do next. As you can see, I'm working my last double crochet right here, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches left. Okay, see, 4 stitches left. Now I'll insert my hook into the next stitch and work a single crochet, insert my hook in the next, do the very same thing until I come to the end of my row. All right, now for the next row, I'm going to be working the single crochet rib stitch. So I'll chain 1, turn my work. All right, and I'm going to now start working into the back loop of every stitch of the next 4 stitches. So I will work a single crochet in the back loop of the next stitch and into the back loop of the next. I'll do the very same thing until I have worked these 4 stitches. All right, right there. So I'm going to work a double crochet in the next stitch. For the next, I'm going to be working a front post, so I will yarn over and get through at the back of the next stitch, and then pull through a loop, then pull through 2 and pull through all. So for the next 2 stitches, I'm going to be working 2 double crochets. Okay, 2 normal double crochets for the next 2 stitches. And now for my cable stitch, I'm going to yarn over twice, work a treble. So I'll skip 2 stitches and then work a front post treble stitch right there. So I'll pull through yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through all. Yarn over twice again and work a front post treble stitch for the next stitch as well. Now once I have these 2, I'm going to yarn over twice and get back to the 2 stitches I initially skipped and work a front post treble crochet. Now this is more like me having my crossing, and I'm only going to use this treble the treble crochet when I am crossing the stitches. When I'm not crossing the stitches, I'm going to be working a normal front post double crochet. All right, so once I am done with the crossing, I am going to yarn over and work 2 normal double crochets into the next 2 stitches. So that is the first one, and then that is the second one. And now for the next stitch, I'm going to work a front post double crochet right there, and once I have that, I will work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And finally, now I'm going to work my rib stitch. Okay, so I get into the back of the loop and work a single crochet. I will get into the next stitch, the back of the back loop, sorry, and work a single crochet and do the very same thing until I come to the end of my row. And basically, this is how your work should look like. All right. So once again, chain 1, turn your work. Now this is my third row. I'll get into the back loop and work a single crochet, and I'm going to do this for the next 3 stitches. Okay, like I say, this is for our band, like the band. All right, just more like to give it that elastic effect. And for the next stitch, I'm going to work a normal double crochet. Now, as you can see, I've been having front post double crochets, but since I turned my work, I will have to work with the back post double crochet so that when I turn it to the front, it looks like I worked a front post double crochet, just to keep the pattern going. So I'll work a back post double crochet and then work 2 normal double crochets into the next 2 stitches. Okay, now here, as you can see, the next stitches are the ones for which we made a cross, and I said I'm only working the treble stitch when I'm crossing. If I'm not crossing, I am working a normal, back post or front post. So I'm going to work a back post double crochet into the next stitch, and I will work a back post double crochet in the next as well. So these have to be 4 back post double crochets. And if you remember clearly, we have these 2 stitches that are hidden just right at the back there, and it looks like you may not see them because we crossed them, but then we have to work them so that we get that total of 4 back post double crochets. So I'll work my back post double crochet in that stitch and then get back and work into the second one as well, so that we have 4 back post double crochets for this cable stitch. All right, now I'm going to work 2 double crochets into the next 2 stitches, just like that, and then I will work a back post double crochet into the next stitch, as you can see, just so we have that front post when we get to turn our work. So I'm going to work 1 double crochet in the next stitch and then work into the back loop of the next stitches, and I'm going to be working single crochets just so that I have the rib stitch effect at the end of my ear warmer, at the end of my row rather. So I'm going to work this until the end, and then you can get to see my work. This is the back and this is the front. Okay, now I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. I will work into the back loop of the next 4 stitches, and I'm going to be working single crochets in there. All right, and here I'm going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and I'm going to work a front post double crochet in this stitch as well. As you can see, I have this already forming. So for this, I will work 2 double crochets, normal double crochets, into the next 2 stitches. And remember, now I'm going to be crossing my stitches, so I'll yarn over twice, and as you can see, this is where we crossed, and then we have a normal row after the crossing. So now this row is for crossing, and I'm going to skip 2 stitches and work a front post treble crochet in the next stitch. yarn over twice, work a front post double treble crochet into the next stitch as well. So I'm going to get back to these 2 stitches that I skipped, so I have that crossing made. So get back in there and work a front post treble and do the very same thing for the next stitch as well, just like that. And then pull through 2 and pull through 2, then pull through all. So we have our crossing. Yarn over and work 2 double crochets into the next 2 stitches. And in the next stitch, I'm going to work a front post double crochet. Work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And then work a single crochet into the back loop of the next stitch and do the very same thing for the next 3 stitches until you come to the end of your row. Chain 1 and turn your work. So this is how my work looks like, okay? And let me just work a few more rows so I can let you guys work the rest on your own. So into the back loop of the next stitch, I'm going to work a single crochet and do the very same thing for the next 3 stitches. I just want to work this so I let you guys work the rest on your own, because now at least I know I have done the crossing for you, and so you just make a recap of what we have been doing and follow the pattern like the way it flows. So work a double crochet in the next stitch, and then into the next you work a back post double crochet because we turned our work. And now I'm going to work 2 double crochets into the next 2 stitches. And as you know, I just worked a crossing, so I'm going to get back in here and work my back post double crochet into this stitch, and then do the very same thing for the next stitch right there. So I'll get in there and work my back post double crochet just like that, and find my 2 hidden stitches that I crossed previously, and I'll get into this one and work my back post double crochet. Work my back post double crochet once again, so I have 4 back post double crochets for this cable stitch. All right, now into the next 2 stitches I'm going to work 2 double crochets, and then work a back post double crochet into the next stitch. Work 1 normal double crochet in the next stitch, and finally work a single crochet into the back loop of every stitch until you come to the end of your row, just like that. So you must have 4 single crochets. And now we come to the end of our row, so we chain 1, turn our work. This is how our work looks like, and it's already forming actually, if you can see. I'm even thinking you can just make this to be a mask, a nose mask maybe. So work into the back loop of the next 4 stitches and work single crochets in there. Now here I am going to work 1 double crochet, and I'll work a front post double crochet into the next stitch. Work 2 double crochets into the next 2 stitches, and finally getting to the cable stitch, I am going to skip 2 stitches, so yarn over twice, skip 2 stitches, and into the next you work a front post treble crochet stitch, and do the very same thing for the next stitch. And now to get over and cross the stitches we skipped over these two, you are going to get back and work your treble crochet, front post treble, and then once again you work your front post treble stitch. And now we move on to working 2 normal double crochets into the next 2 stitches, 1 front post double crochet, 1 normal double crochet in the next stitch, and lastly working 1 single crochet into the back loop of every stitch until you come to the end of your row right there. So I believe you guys can see what we have, and I believe you now have already picked up like exactly what you have to do following the pattern. It's very easy. It's a 2-step repeat, and I believe now you can go on your own. So let me get back and show you my finished piece. And as you can see, this is my finished piece. I have 42 rows, but you can work more than that if you have big hair or a bigger head or something. I'm sorry to say that if you may feel offended, but yes, you can work more rows according to the sizing that you want. But this is it, and I love how the cables turn out, so I'm going to show you what to do next from here. All right, so I'm going to get my yarn, my end, and just secure the end. Get my yarn needle, insert my yarn end into the eyelet of the needle, and now I'm going to start sewing the 2 ends together so that I create more like a seam, but I'm going to do this from the inside. Please don't do this on the outside because we don't want the seam to show. So I'm going to just turn my work a little bit and get into this. Make sure the ends are laid up together like evenly. So I'll get into this very last stitch right there and pull through my yarn. Basically, I'm just hand sewing this together, and I'm going to do this for every stitch. So just get into every stitch just like that, and just hand sew your piece together, your ends together. So yes, do this, and I'm going to meet you at the end of your hand sewing your piece. That's where I'm going to meet you, and then just show you what mine looks like and what yours should look like as well. And make sure you are hand sewing these ends underneath so that they don't pop, or else you can just get your hook and weave in your ends. So right here at the end of my hand sewing, I'm going to get my scissors and cut off my end just like that. I will make a knot just so that I secure the end so it doesn't loosen up. And I'm going to weave this in later. Don't worry about the end, I'll weave it in later. But just to show you how it turned out, this is how it turns out. It looks beautiful, and also it is stretchy, a little stretchy, but it can stretch given the yarn you are working with. This is the seam. It's very flat and looks beautiful. Yeah, so this is how my work looks like, and this is how it turned out on this sweater. If you want a tutorial for this sweater, it's already up on my channel. You can always go and check it out and watch it. Thank you so much for watching. Follow me at Nita Crochets. Goodbye.